Welcome to the Journey podcast, ma'am. Tell us about how spirituality struck you. Was it a singular experience or a string of experiences that shaped you to be what you are today?
First, I would like to say Hare Krishna to all of you
Hare
and Jai
Krishna.
Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath.
You are right. If I would say that spirituality is never a single time decision, spirituality never attracts you until and unless God wants you to be in the path of spiritualism. And first of all, I would like to clear one thing. There is a massive difference between religiosity and spirituality. Though people don't understand it, religiosity means, if I would like to say, religiosity means one should be going to the temples, one should be implementing what the decisions which have been decided earlier and earlier and earlier by our purvaj, if you say. नीति नियम में पूजा करना है. You should get up at 4 o'clock. You should be doing worship after bathing. You should be giving food to God. You should be doing all the rituals. That's it. So what spirituality involves is that you are following every ritual towards worshipping of God. You are reading Shastras. You are giving respect to God. You are worshipping God. But the main thing which spiritualism is concerned of, that you are a Jivatma.
Okay.
Being a human being, how you are helpful to the other beings which have been created by the God. Because people don't think that. But spiritualism involves the main thing, that is helping others, helping the needy,
Okay.
and one who understands God, who loves God, and one who follows the path of spiritualism and the lessons which are given by God in various Shastras, Vedas, Puranas. We have Padma Puran, we have Srimad Bhagavatam, we have Valmiki's Ramayana, and the most important book one should read, despite of any religion, despite of any caste, despite of any creed, or despite of any language, or despite of any country. That is the most important book which I would like to suggest, that is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the manual to one's human life. I have experienced the importance of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in my life.
When did you start reading it?
Honestly, I have started reading it before 4 years, when one of my very close friend advised me that you should be reading Srimad Bhagavad Gita once. And after taking his advice, I started reading it.
Okay.
And gradually I make myself involved deeply into that Gita. And the main thing is that, if you see, when one steps into spiritualism, people think that when one is connected to God and follow the path of spiritualism, then all his pains and problems will vanish. But that is the wrong concept. What I have experienced in my life, when I started stepping into spiritualism, there are many incidents in my professional life, in my personal life, in my financial life also. I faced problems one by one, one by one, one by one.
Okay.
It is, the storms of problems are like that. When one problem has arisen, after some days, when I am trying to solve it, another problem just arises.
Okay.
Then after, when I am trying to solve both of the problems, then my personal problem arises. Not only that, after a certain point of time, when I was all alone, leading to struggles and struggles in my life, I was like somehow into depression. But the thing is that I never detach from my God. I have full faith on my God that whatever is happening, it is definitely happening for
For a
some
reason.
purpose. There is some reason behind it. There is something behind it. Because When my colleagues in the office, they saw me that after so many problems, I am still laughing, I am still smiling, I am facing every problem with a big smile on my face. They used to say me, Smita, are you really serious?
Hmm.
Or just acting to be happy?
Hmm.
I said, why? One sadhu once said me, when I asked him in Brindavan that say me one line that will help me in my growth,
Right.
and that will vanish and take away all my problems at a stance.
Okay.
He said, are you really serious to know about it?
Hmm.
I said, yes. He said, then I will say you only one line.
Hmm.
I said, okay, say it then.
Hmm.
He said, ये वक्त गुजर जाएगा.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that really touched me, my heart. Then I went to Radha Raman temple is there in Vrindavan. It is a very little idol of Shri Krishna,
Right.
which is founded by what Gopal Bhatt Goswami is there.
Okay.
People who belongs to Vrindavan and people who are Krishna devotees
Hmm.
and people who are reading Bhagavats and Shastras, they are knowing about it.
Hmm.
I just sat there looking at his face and thinking about that sadhu's line, ये वक्त गुजर जाएगा. Time will pass away.
Hmm.
Nothing is permanent in this life.
Yeah.
And this is what Sri Krishna teaches us in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
Right.
That nothing is permanent. Your health is not permanent. Your money is not permanent. Your assets and properties are not permanent.
Your youth is not permanent.
Your youth is not permanent.
Hmm.
But you know one thing. If you are a devotee of Radha Krishna, na, you will be always young forever till the time your soul depart from your body. If you go into a deeper meaning, then Radha and Krishna are not different.
Hmm.
Radha, Krishna, soul are one.
Yeah.
People worship Krishna for their peace, for their happiness, for getting the material benefits also, because Krishna provide them with that also,
Yes, yes.
who comes to the material benefits
Right.
request also.
Right.
So Krishna once thought that everyone is coming to me. They want to please me by their songs, by their bhajans, by their prayers, by the reading shastras, by various means. Who are the real devotees and the lovers of Krishna? But Krishna thinks one day, whom should I approach? Whom should I pray? Whom should I be looking at and feeling happy all the time?
Hmm.
So he, from his soul, makes a super soul form and the most beautiful creature who comes to this world, naming as Radharani.
Ah, that's beautiful.
That's why what Shastra says. So Radha Krishna are the same only, but when Krishna is worshipping Radha, Krishna is a fan and the lover of Radharani. So it is, मतलब मान्यता ऐसी है, अगर आपको कृष्ण को खुश करना है, then you have to please राधा रानी. और आपको राधा रानी को खुश करना है, then you have to please Krishna. So
Because they are
इसीलिए they are one.
Yeah.
If you take the name of Radha Krishna together,
Yeah.
then both will be happy.
Okay. I wanted to really ask this. A lot of young people who you counsel and a lot of people who come to you for advice,
Yeah.
they do not come from a place of spiritualism in the first place. They come from a place of scientific thinking and logical. They look at everything from a logical point of view. What is the logic behind it? But faith and spiritualism are beyond these things, as we know. Not everything happens due to logic. Miracles
Yes.
do happen
Yes.
if we believe in them.
Definitely.
So how do you counter such apprehensions or skepticism?
Yes. Science is what? Logic.
Hmm.
And spiritualism is magic. Okay?
Okay.
Everything cannot be
Explained.
received
Yeah.
by science.
Hmm.
Correct?
Hmm.
If you see sadhu sannyasi,
Hmm.
they manifest very easily. Why?
Because their span of attention on a single thing is very strong, so they're able to track it faster.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the first thing. Second thing is they do meditations.
Hmm.
They do meditations
Hmm.
through which their mind has become blank.
Right.
I am saying that thing. If you see Why our ancestors have said that you should be waking up at the early morning, Brahma Muhurat. And if you see, manifestations nowadays are saying if you wake up at Brahma Muhurat, then you would be attracting whatever you are imagining it in your mind if you are visualizing it. And it is true. I have manifested.
Mm-hmm.
I have manifested it. Best way to manifestation is to make your mind empty by removing all your negative thoughts and attracting positive thoughts. And how you can attract positive thoughts? By only doing the Nam. Nam means taking the God's name.
Yeah.
And it is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam also. We are living in a world that is Kali Yuga, in which we can obtain God, we can reach back to Godhead very easily, not like in the difficult situations of Dwapar Yuga, Sat Yuga, or Treta Yuga.
Mm.
At that time,
Mm.
getting God is very difficult.
Mm.
In this Kali Yuga, only by taking God's name is the most easiest way to find God. And when God is running in your mind every time, do we need to ask something for manifestation?
True, true. Can you share an instance where a student's question, very profound, left you totally in awe and you had to kind of rethink your entire journey? It just came in front of your eyes. Has it ever happened? Any particular question by a young student, young, old, anyone maybe?
Yeah. I will share a recent example. One of my colleague in the office, she was going through some very major problems in her life. I mean to say, she is a good worker and she works very
Diligently.
effortlessly
Yeah.
and with sincerity. She has 2 children
Hmm.
and she has her own house.
Hmm.
And her husband is also a very good employee in
Okay.
a very good organization. But still she is always upset.
Hmm.
When I know her from a very long time, she is a very elder to me also. When I look at her in the canteen, I said, what has happened to you? Why you are degrading day by day? You are not like this. Then she said that, Ki Smita, what should I say to you? I am surprised at how you are managing office, home, and you are doing so much worshipping, puja part, you are going for shows, you are doing podcast. Is spiritualism helps people? I said, you have said the answer only. That you are, she said me that you are growing younger day by day, yeah? And I found you more smiling, I found you more charming. Here the answer is, your question is itself your answer. When you are saying me that whether my spiritualism is helping me, then you see that I am having such major problems in my professional life. And but you are saying that I am growing younger. I am looking you more charming day by day. So she asked me, what should I do? Because I don't have so much time. I said, you don't need to find out time. If you love somebody, then that person or that thing should be your priority.
Okay,
If-
I would like to counter that. Sorry to cut
Yeah.
you in, but uh, growing up, it wouldn't have been like that, right? We always get our faith tested, our patience tested with God, however we love God, how much ever we love God.
Yes.
Finally, it comes to a point where we totally surrender ourselves to the Almighty, but
Yeah.
at one point we definitely ask, why me, and all of those questions, doubt on your Almighty, on your God. So has that ever happened to, has your faith ever gotten tested to the point where you felt that hopeless?
No, I was never hopeless in my life. And like what you have said, that we should asking God, ki why this is happening to me only? Why it's me only? I have not done anything wrong. So why it's me only? If I will say, if we are struggling, if we are facing any problems in our lives, despite not doing anything wrong, not harming anyone in this life, but it is our prarabdha. Whatever karmas we are doing, not in this life. We have come here from many past births. It is not the only life we are living. We were Jivatmas. It is the body in this life we are carrying.
Yeah, but the soul has
The
traveled
soul
through
has traveled
ages.
so much ages. And there are many Akashic recorders also. The people who are good in astrology, because astrology is not magic, it is a science also.
Yeah.
It is a study,
Yeah.
and it's written in the Vedas also.
Hmm.
If you go to a good astrologer, then he can find who are you in your past birth, what karmas you have done in your past birth. But you know, Krishna is so generous, he is so good that he
For-
has said,
Forgives all of them with good karma in
if
this
you
birth.
surrender to him
Yeah,
and if you
yeah.
totally, blindly trust him, I will say you one sloka from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
Please.
Sarva dharmanna paritajyam mamekam saranam braja. Which means Krishna is saying, if you leave everything and surrender to me totally, which he said to Arjun in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, then I will be removing all of your sins from the many births which you have done, and in fact in this birth also. You just need to worship me, leaving all your material dharmas also. That is the aparadharma. And if you are doing the paradharma, that is loving devotional service to God only, then that will not be counted as a sin also. But Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, if you leave your material dharma and you come to paradharma, that means you are doing the loving devotional service to God, Him only, then it will not be counted as a sin. Rather, Krishna will be fulfilling all your material desires which you have not asked for him also.
So I'm a little confused here.
Yeah.
Everyone in that case cannot leave the material world if we have been sent as human beings here and live like a monk.
Yeah.
So
No, I am not asking you to live as a monk.
okay, so how do we maintain that thin line of detachment while still living in the material world?
Yes.
We have to practice that, you were saying.
Yes,
is it?
definitely.
Okay.
See, that's what in the first session I have told you, the religiosity and spiritualism both are different.
Right.
You do all your karmas. You do your duties towards your parents because they have given you birth. And if you ask me, then they have not done anything. Birth is given by the God only.
True.
They have acted.
Careers, just
In
careers. Yes, yes.
Mother plays the vital role
Yeah,
in the birth of a child.
yeah.
But if you think deeply, the 9 months in the mother's womb, who is taking care of us?
Yeah.
Is it our mother
Mm.
or is it Krishna? I mean to say, is it God?
Yeah.
Who is taking care of our food? Who is taking care of our breath? Who is taking care of our surveillance? Who is taking care of our existence? Don't you think it is God only?
Mm. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
But I will not be saying that you should be only serving to your father, mother or like thing. But if they need you, you should be standing for them. If any needy person need you, you should be standing for them despite of any legal or blood relations. That is the main thing. That is the main purpose why God have sent us to this world.
Right.
Okay? If you see what Lakshman in Valmiki Ramayan, it is written that Guru Pitu Matu na janahu kahu, kahahu subahu natha patiyau, more sabahi eka tumha swami, dinabandhu ura antaryami. What Lakshman is saying to Lord Ram, who is his elder brother only, but still he knows that he is the Lord of the universe. He say that, O Lord, please believe me, I do not want any teacher, any father, any mother, no one in this world. Because what I am concerned of that you are the savior of my life and my service is for you only. if I am existing in this world, then you are my savior and you are my everything only. Yes, that colleague's example I was giving you, na?
Right.
So she asked me, Smita, you say me, what should I do? So I said her one thing, if you don't have the time to worship, if you don't have the time to read the Shastras, if you don't have the time to serve God, if you don't have the time to visit temples also. So she asked me, what should I do? I said, can you do? She said, yeah. I said, it's a very little thing. She said, you tell me what to do. I said, you just say the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And as much time as you can. And there is no limitation that you should be sitting at a place, meditating upon and doing it and chanting it. Then she said, then how? I said, you are cooking, chant it. You are sleeping, chant it. You are going to bathroom, chant it. You are playing with your kids, chant it. If not out of the mouth, inside your heart, just chant it. She said, she asked me in a curious way, this will solve my problem. I said, you start chanting once now. You won't believe, still I am having her message. After 3 days, she messaged me, Smita, thank you so much. I said, for what? 3 of my major problems have been sorted out. I said, so now you came to know the power of Nam? She said, yes. And I am now doing it regularly. I have asked my kids to also do it and chant it regularly. I said, this is the way only. Premanand Maharaj, in this world, India or the universe, who is not knowing Premanand Maharaj? Why he is concentrating, why he is forcing again and again
On chanting.
on
There was a reel, in
taking
fact,
the
yeah.
name of God only.
So I'll just share a little bit of
Yeah, sure.
not anecdote, but a little bit of a backstory to it. I was once watching a reel, and there was a devotee who had come up to Premanand Maharaj ji, and he
Yeah.
said that I do a lot of good deeds, and I do not want to. I want to gain salvation, moksha, and I do a lot of good deeds. Is that enough? And he said, Satkarma is not never enough.
Yes.
I'm sorry. However, enough good deeds you do, keep on doing. That's very appreciable. But at the end of the day, jap is something that will get you to Vaikuntha and
Yes.
out of the birth, life and death cycle. Do you also feel the same? I mean, he said it.
I also feel the same because you do a lot of good deeds. You feed daily to animals and you feed daily to human beings, poor, beggars, everyone. But if you don't take the name of the God, that peace, that happiness which every human being is searching for, it will not come within you.
What I feel is an increasing number of people's relationship with God has become very transactional. They ask for material things in return. They offer prasadam or whatever, nariyal and everything. That's very transactional. Is superficial and materialistic is what I
Yeah.
feel. When you accept God for what He is, like a friend, is when you begin to see miracles, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So
And I have seen so many miracles. It's nowadays it's counting so high and high and high. I could not
Right,
say that.
right.
Miracles happens with them
who believe in
believe them.
Yeah.
and who love God. They don't need to ask for miracles also.
Absolutely,
It will
absolutely.
happen automatically. And the biggest thing nowadays the youth is what forgetting is that giving. They have stopped giving. You give na. You just continue giving. The time you start receiving, you cannot hold it. It will be so much. So enough that you will be tired of receiving. So first you start giving na. You won't be giving any love to God. You won't be giving any love to humanity. You won't be helping the needy. But you would be going and praying God, oh God, please give me this, give me that, give me that, give me that. Why? And before that you have to accept what you have. Be grateful for whatever you are having nowadays in your life. Are you not grateful that you are alive?
Absolutely, I am every single day.
Yes.
Gratitude fills us with.
Yes,
Yeah.
gratitude is the only thing through which one can rise and get success in his life.
Hmm.
Are we not grateful that we are healthy? Are we not grateful that we are getting 4 times food to eat? Are we not grateful that we are, matlab, we are the residents of India? The Sanatan Dharma nowadays,
Right.
see, Steve Jobs' wife has come to attend the Mahakumbh,
Yeah.
the most richest person wife, and he has come to Mahakumbh to attend the Mahakumbh by changing his name, by changing her name,
Yeah.
and taking Diksha.
Steve Jobs himself had come to
Yeah,
India.
Neem Karoli Baba.
Maharaj
I
ji
just before 1 week I went to Neem Karoli Baba, and that was also a miracle
in
with
Kanchi
me.
Dham.
Yes, I went to Navadip Mayapur for my new year, so that I can start my new year with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's blessings. You won't believe how I got connected to Neem Karoli Baba, and from Kolkata I went directly to Nainital, Kanchi Dham. Just before 1 month, I came to know about him, and one driver from Uttarakhand, with whom I was in a very long term connection, because whenever I went to Uttarakhand for Char Dham or hill
Right.
stations, because I love to went hill stations and do meditations and watch the nature there, he always calls me. He called me, "Ma'am, where are you?" I say, "भैया मैं नवद्वीप में हूँ." "कहाँ है ये नवद्वीप?" I said, "It's in Kolkata only." "Why don't you come to Neem Karoli Baba Kanchidham?" I said, "Are you mad or what? From Kolkata to Nainital, it's east to north."
Northwest,
So,
yes.
नहीं मैडम आप आइए. We will go to Neem Karoli Baba. He is a big devotee of Hanuman ji, and I am also a devotee of Hanuman ji, because मेरा मानना है कि हरि को वही पसंद है जो हरि जनों से प्यार करे.
Exactly.
And Hanuman is not any god. Hanuman is the biggest devotee of the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, when राम जी का लीला खत्म हो गया, विमान आया बैकुंठ से, let's go back to बैकुंठ. When Ram asked Hanuman ji,
Come with me.
Come with me. He said, I won't go there. Why? वहाँ राम कथा होगा क्या? भगवान की कथा होगी क्या? राम बोले कि अब वहाँ तो सब डेमी गॉड्स है, अब वहाँ क्या कथा होगा? Then said, you go. I will be here only.
Yes, until this day they believe that Hanuman is still there amongst us
No,
wherever
it
there
is
is
not a
Ramkatha.
belief. It is the truth only.
Yeah, it's
Hanuman
absolute
is
truth.
still living within us. And I will give you another example of my life. जहाँ भी राम कथा होगा ना, Hanuman will be there only.
Yes.
And if you see, wherever there is Ramayan katha completed within 1 day,
There's a monkey or something.
there is a asan
Asan,
for
yeah.
Hanumanji. He will definitely come.
Yeah,
I went to Neem Karoli Baba from Kolkata.
right.
How, I don't know.
Right.
The signals came from there. I went there. Wherever I go, I used to carry 4 books with me. One is Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayan, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. And I would love to suggest each and every person, mostly the youth, to read these 4 books. Because if you read these 4 books, you don't need to go to any temples, you don't need to go to any church, gurudwara, mosques, you don't need to worship like the religious things which you are doing. Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. Ramayana is Ram himself. In Ramayana, Mahadev is saying about. In Ramcharitmanas, Mahadev is saying about Ram Katha. And Bhagavad Gita is the manual of one's human life, if you see. And Chaitanya, आप देखेंगे तो रामायण हमें जीना सिखाता है. जीना कैसे है? श्रीमद् भागवतम हमें मरना सिखाता है. हमें मरना कैसे है? Because after death we should be going to backhead God, not to Narak or like these things, Yamraj or like this. And Chaitanya Charitamrita इसलिए पढ़ना चाहिए, भगवान ने उसमें खुद आके कहा है how to reach to God. And Bhagavad Gita, I don't need to say. If you are having any problems in your life, any type of, any sort of problem, you just close your eyes, open randomly any page of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. The first sloka will be the solution of your problems.
Yes.
And
That has happened to me a lot of times.
Yes, it has happened to, and
Yes.
it has happened to me every single time. Whenever I was going through major problems in my life, Every single time it has happened with me.
Yeah.
That's why I always suggest, if anybody is having any type of problem, don't talk with anyone, don't share with any human being, because I believe no one in this world is trustworthy except God. Whenever you randomly open any page of the Bhagavad Gita to solve your solution, God will be answering with you that sloka.
I have a really short attention span. I have tried to read a lot of these books, but like you said, every time I'm thinking about some problem or life has thrown some problems at me, and I randomly open a page of the book of the Bhagavad Gita,
Yeah.
and that particular sloka is exactly related to that problem. I do not
Yes.
understand, comprehend
Yes.
exactly enough how that happens.
It has happened because you are a believer of God and you are a lover of God. If you believe in God, if you love God, He is there with you 24 into 7. I don't know how people say that they don't have time. You see,
ridiculous.
I am a female woman. I am having my home responsibilities.
A job.
I am having a full-time job. I am a
Full-time
central
job.
government employee. I am having cooking responsibilities and I am having household responsibility because I don't have a maid from the last 1 year. And I am very neat and clean. And as I have said, I am having a roof garden as I am very much interested in plants.
Right.
So still then, my job is to regularly, I do puja by my own in the morning and in the evening, and I will read all these books. Maybe it's the sloka, one page, but I will read it. Then only I will do, and God manages me. By 11 o'clock, I sleep.
Mm.
God helps me with all these things. And if I don't have a maid today at my home, then it's only God's grace. Because nowadays maid are very much problems. They neither do the household works properly and except the unke tantrum. God
Right.
said, "You be with me only. I
I'll
am with
manage
you
all of your
only."
course, yes, yes.
Then all things will be done. What I am saying was that I went to Neem. I used to carry all these books with me. So when I went to my resort, it was in the third floor. I just repacked my bag. I kept my God there. Then Srimad Bhagavat, then Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, and above all Ramcharitmanas. When I look back, two monkeys were sitting on my bed. I said, "Oh, Ramcharitmanas dekh liya."
Hanuman.
And I was looking at them, they were laughing. I had that video also in my phone.
Okay.
I said, "What?" They were laughing only. So my cousin was with me. So she said, "I have a chocolate packet." I said, "Give it to them." They just took the chocolate packet. They move around that Ramcharitmanas one and they go back in the balcony and started eating the chocolates. I made a video of that also.
Okay.
And they went away. So I said, "Okay, Neem Karoli Baba has invited."
Monkeys,
And see,
yes, yes. This Bajrang Bali,
so,
they're right there.
of course he
Yes,
is there.
Yes.
हनुमान जी इज देयर एंड हनुमान जी को ना लोग हमेशा जाते हैं मांगने के लिए, उनके भी मांगने जाते हैं यार।
जी।
मेरा लोन हो गया है, इसको चुकता कर दो, ये कर दो। मैं कोई बोलता है उन पे क्या चद्दर चढ़ा दो, कोई बोलता है
लड्डू खिला दो।
लड्डू खिला दो, गिव हिम कोकोनट, कोई बोलता है पताका लगा दो। बट यू नो हाउ यू कैन मेक हनुमान जी हैप्पी? इफ यू मेक हिम हियर अबाउट द कथा, राम कथा, कृष्ण कथा, आप सुनाइए ना उनको।
Sundarkand.
सुंदरकांड इज फॉर आवर ओनली।
Okay.
Sundarkand means if you are going through a major problem in your life, Sundarkand will give you the peace, solution, everything. And I have faced it also.
Okay.
Hanuman ji has came in my dream and asked me to do that. In Sundarkand, see, Hanuman is so talented, but he never said that I am the God or I am having such much powerful activities. He is the Pavan Putra, na?
Right.
Brahma is his guru. Mahadevi is his what?
Sankara Suvana Kesari Nandana. Yeah. Yeah.
Mansi Pita. But in Sundarkand, when he saw Mata Sita and Mata Sita asked him, "Who are you? कौन हो तुम?" Then what she said? "राम दूत में माँ तू जानकी, राम का दूत हूँ मैं, राम का नौकर हूँ मैं. उन्होंने ये नहीं बोला सी आई एम सो मच टैलेंटेड, आई एम हनुमान जी, पवन पुत्र हनुमान, ब्रह्मा जी मेरे गुरु हैं, मैंने तो सूरज को ही निगल लिया था. नो, ही सेड आई एम सर्वेंट ऑफ द गॉड, आई एम सर्वेंट ऑफ द लॉर्ड राम. और कसम भी किसकी खाई, रामदूत में माँ तू जानकी, शपथ करूं मैं करुणा निधान की. शपथ किसकी खाई, जिससे वो सबसे ज्यादा प्यार करते हैं, अपने करुणा निधान, अपने भगवान राम. लेकिन आजकल के बच्चे, आजकल के यूथ एक तो फॉलोअर्स के लिए इतना मतलब नीचे गिर जाते हैं टू मेक देमसेल्फ वायरल. दे कैन गो टू एनी लेवल. अभी महाकुंभ में ही देखिए ना, अरे वो लड़की माला बेचने आई है, क्या देना है आपको. महाकुंभ इज हैपनिंग आफ्टर 144 years. So many sadhu tapasvis have come there. People are not interested to watch them, talk to them. कोई माला बेचने आया, you are troubling her. Are you purchasing anything from her? No, you just wanted to take a selfie, you just wanted to take a photo, making her viral.
Just want
at least help
content.
her.
Just want content from them.
Yeah. Why you want to be viral?
Right.
Why you want to be viral? Why you need followers? Just to showcase this world. So the youth are choosing a very wrong path nowadays. I must say, Premanand Maharaj is doing a great job. He is influencing so much youth. जब मैं last year गई थी वृंदावन, at 2 o'clock he came on the road to give darshan. You won't believe, 80% of the people who are standing on the road to have the darshan of Premanand Maharaj, they are the youth only.
Okay.
They are the youth only. So youth are also choosing a very bright ways, but most of the youth, they are choosing the wrong ways. And I would like to suggest one thing. If some people are doing something on the public, somebody is singing, somebody is dancing, showing their talent, appreciate that, help them. But no, you can make viral that girl who is selling the malas. You can make viral and share the videos of who are just dancing in the half naked dresses and all those things. You are making them viral and getting their income doubled. Why? Are they preaching something to the world? Are we getting anything learnable from them?
No value at all.
No value at all.
Yeah.
At least help those talents. Those who are dancing on the road, just strings, वो नाचते हैं ना,
Yeah.
धागा रहता है, रस्सी रहता है, उस पे चलते हैं.
हाँ.
अरे that little girl is showing talent. You cannot give any. इसको कौन पैसा देगा यार? अरे उसको 10-20 रुपया दे दो यार. What is your problem? लेकिन उनको आप वायरल कर रहे हो, उनके आप फॉलोअर्स बढ़ा रहे हो, उनके इनकम बढ़ा रहे हो. For what? क्योंकि आपको भी वायरल होना है.
So when someone is taking a young person, let's say, is taking baby steps into the world of spiritualism, baby steps into the world of spiritualism,
Yeah.
he will be often labeled as an outcast, will be met with friction with family and friends. ये पागल है, क्या बोल रहा है तू?
ये correct है. This is correct. My friends, my colleagues, my relatives, people have criticized me like anything. Even now my colleagues, most of the colleagues are criticizing me. हाँ देखेंगे तुम कितना दिन तक नॉनवेज छोड़ोगी, हाँ देखेंगे तुम कितना दिन तक पूजा पाठ करोगी. Then my count, I just smile because my patience level has grown up to high. Before what I was like impatient, restless. I was like, why he is saying like this to me? I said, okay, देख लीजिए where I will be and where you will be. And yes, अगर कोई कुंभ में जा रहा है, वैसे तो मैं भी बोलती हूँ कि one should avoid non-vegetarian food because by killing someone else just for satisfying your saliva for 30-40 seconds, you are doing the most sinful activity. Don't kill animals for your self-satisfaction. Just for the taste of your saliva for 30-40 seconds. Rest of the thing is what? Fulfilling your stomach only.
Yeah.
Right? And if you see, most of the youths are now going to Kumbh, Mahakumbh. For what? To make reels.
Yeah.
To make reels, to show the world. But after returning from there,
they will
be eating non-vegetarians.
Yeah.
And they would be gaming also. to, if you are going Mahakumbh and if you are thinking that by taking a dubki in the Ganga river,
आप
all
अपने
your
सारे
sins will be washed. Yes, it will be washed. It will be washed. But after returning from there, you have to change your food habits. आप अल्कोहल नहीं लोगे, आप नॉनवेज नहीं खाओगे, आप लोगों का हार्म नहीं करोगे, एंड आप जुआ नहीं खेलोगे. If you don't do these four things, then people going to Mahakumbh and thinking that all our sins will be removed, then they are foolish people only. And if you want to make reels, then yeah, you can go, you can go and make yourself viral. But that is not a permanent thing.
Right.
That will be for some days, some months. After that, things will change.
Miss Smita, it was a delight to have you in the podcast. Thank you so much.
I am so obliged to be a part of this podcast, and I am really happy that youth, I was talking about youth, and my sole purpose is to especially preach the youth and encourage the youth to step into spiritualism. And being such a young boy, you are so much excited and you know so much about spiritualism, God, and about all the Vedas, Shastras. I am really grateful, and I wish you all the very
Thank you
best
so
in your
much.
life.
Thank you so much.
May Krishna
Grateful.
bless you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.